बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
Thank you, sir. I stand on behalf of the Nationalist Congress Party in support of this bill. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the government on bringing the Jammu Kashmir Reorganisation and the Puducherry bill, which is long overdue. I would like to quote the Honorable B.R. Ambedkar ji. And the quote says, "I measure the progress of a community by the degree of progress which women have achieved," is something he said way back in 1927. And I think this is a very good step forward, and the entire House is clearly supporting this very progressive bill. Sir, I come fortunately from a state very women over the last 1 century have really contributed to my state, Maharashtra's growth and India's growth. Starting from Jizau Mata to Ahilyabai Holkar to Savitribai Phule. Then the tall leaders of India like Sarojini Naidu, Aruna Asif Ali, Anandi Gopal Joshi, Sucheta Kriplani, Muthu Lakshmi Reddy, Ahilya Ragnekar was a great one of the finest MLAs Maharashtra has had. And I was lucky enough to be part of the history that will be written about this country, where the first President of India, Pratibha Patil, then the first women speaker, Meera Kumar, and Indira ji as the first Prime Minister. Fortunately, sir, you and me have the opportunity to see Pratibha Patil ji and Meera Kumari ji, so we were both lucky enough to be a part of that history. Indira ji was the first Prime Minister of, so I think we are generally a very progressive country which has given a lot of respect to women, and they have been in decision making. Sorry? Present President also is over, Draupadi Murmu ji. So I think in the sense of the House is that in the growth story of India, women are equal partners in the growth story, and I think the government of today is recognizing them, so I would compliment them for what they are bringing in today. So it's a happy moment that we are complimenting each other. Mahal thoda acha ho raha hai. But there are a couple of questions I would like to raise, because after the debate which we had last week, a lot has been said about history. I'm not judging anybody. Let only history judge what has happened. The ship has sailed now. So let history will judge whether it was a right decision, not decision, whatever. 5-10 साल में हम पलट के देखेंगे तो पता चलेगा सही रहा कि गलत. So I'm not getting into the merits of this right now. But I have few pointed questions to ask the Honourable Ministry. That the Honourable Supreme Court very categorically said that the statehood, I would like to quote the Honourable Chief Justice of India in yesterday's reading, that he said that the CJ's ruling was allow the security concerns in the territory direct elections to the Legislative Assembly, which is one of the paramount features of the representative democracy in India, cannot be put on hold unless statehood is restored. So what is, and the second part of his ruling was that elections must be held in the next 11 months. So what is the plan with dates? Because last time the Honourable Home Minister, to a reply to Professor Saugata Roy, said कि मैं भाषण में अंत में आपको तारीख बता दूंगा. So we haven't heard that date. So this is just a concern that by when will there be statehood restored is my first pointed question. And second, when will you hold fair elections in Jammu Kashmir, which is really critical for the situation because we live in a democracy. The other question I would like to raise just to this House out of my academic interest is reservation and delimitation and the caste census. Sir, we in this August House unanimously passed the Mahila Arakshan Bill. जब महिला आरक्षण बिल था तो हमें लगा कि 2024 में आ रहा है, लेकिन बाद में पता चला शायद 29 में आएगा, 34 में आएगा, पता नहीं. There's no date given to it. And unless we have the caste census, delimitation, we will not have the Mahila Arakshan Bill. होगा ही नहीं इस देश में. तो अगर, and the question in the bill is written, आप points are देखेंगे तो उसमें लिखा है कि the rotation, it's in 14B, it is written over there, point number 3, that the rotation of seats reserved for women in the Legislative Assembly will be determined after the delimitation as Parliament may by law determine. So if Parliament is going to decide that, even about rotation, how will we have clarity on this is only, I'm not mistrusting the government's intention, but we need to have clarity of when will you take this decision of rotation, because it is dependent on the Parliament laws, which we have no clarity on. So kab hoga pata nahi. The other question I would like to ask this government is a very good point yesterday made also in the ruling yesterday, sir, that Justice Kaul talked about Truth and Conciliation Commission. A lot has been said in this government. The Truth and Conciliation Commission is going to be very, very critical for us to hold fair elections. So what is the commitment you're giving to this nation for the Truth and Conciliation Commission? Because we don't want to go back to what happened in Jammu Kashmir. The whole intention of what you are saying of the government to have a very peaceful and a progressive Jammu Kashmir in the future. So I think it's a very good suggestion that has come yesterday about the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. So I hope you are going to do something about it. Now, there are two small concerns which come across because a lot has been said about yesterday's order further. There is one small clarification which I'm asking. There's an Article 3 in which a lot of confusion has been in. So if the government can put it to rest, because it's come a lot in the media, that अगर एक राज्य के लिए आपने प्रेसिडेंस रूल करवाया, उसके बाद आपने एक निर्णय यहाँ से लिया, उसके बाद आप कोर्ट में गए, and that government, that state has been split, UTs have been made, whatever decision you've taken, right or wrong, history will judge it. But the way it has been done, can this same model be applied to other states, or it cannot be? Because otherwise, whoever has supreme power in Delhi, आज यहाँ बैठे, कल हम बैठ सकते हैं. So I think we must have good precedents which will take care of India's freedom movement and its democracy for the next, not a decade, but a century. I think the whole thing about our constitution is the finest constitution. So Article 3, if you could kindly clarify to the nation, because a lot of newspapers today have shown concern about it, which is my concern as a citizen as well.
Thank you.
So, sir, last one small point I'd like to just raise is this, that Jugal Kishore ji talked a lot about the investments in Jammu Kashmir, which is welcome. I'm sure tourism has gone up, but electricity, many things I spoke even the last time. But the government is saying that 84,544 crores of investment has come into the state. Well, the ground reality is only 2,518 has come. So these are all alarming issues. So I think we can't, it's too early to celebrate as yet. So I would just like this honorable government, there is nothing to celebrate as yet, because we really need to, all of us, put our energies together to make sure Kashmir reaches where it deserves to be. Sir, only concern is that we should not undetermine the federalism, and democratic processes always must be respected. So I just humbly request this government that please go by the constitution, make sure democracy prevails, and whatever justice has come, we support you completely in this progressive decision you have taken. Please be progressive and fair and democratic in every decision that you take. Thank you, sir.
Ji, please.